That is 5 times the national average for the average U.S. citizen. They, after looking at all the statistics and numbers and reports, experts came back with there is a 54% likelihood of suicide within law enforcement, and that's way higher than the national average. And then they stated that, looking at the numbers, 18.9% of Leos contemplated suicide at one point during their career. 3.1% attempted it. Now, 3.1 might not seem very high. That is 5 times the national average for the average U.S. citizen.
Look how many years ago, and it's still so fresh in my mind. So imagine officers having to deal with that over and over and over. And I understand that I just was not wired to be a law enforcement officer long term, because I would fall into those traps where just emotionally I would be too involved. So I can understand why the suicide rate would be tremendous. Not to mention, if you have a conscience and you knew you did or seen something that you didn't prevent, for me, that would just absolutely eat me away.
Don't know the situation there, but part of the problem is, my wife did fall into this as well, is cops fall into that warrior mentality, and they don't want, there's a couple reasons. First off, they don't want to admit weakness. They won't go and talk to a therapist or go to the groups for these situations. And secondly, which is completely stupid, they feel like if it's ever known that they did, it will negatively affect their ability to promote or get other positions within the department or agencies.
So, I hope and pray that men and women find that it's normal to have depression. I don't think there's a person on this planet that hasn't dealt with mental depression. We just all, handle it in various different ways. Some are more healthy and some are not.
Normalizing getting help, it's a good thing, because you don't want it to just bottle up. I think that's, I don't know how many times it's been shown by various people that bottling up these stresses is never going to end well. If your job is to protect and serve the public, that's definitely not something you want to be bottled up and explode at some point.